Hey, it's Marlon Herlock here of HallelujahLifestyle.com, and we are in day 2 of our 14-day Raw Amazing Lifestyle Diet Challenge. And I wanted to do this video to pretty much continue on a statement that I made yesterday that a lot of persons have been commenting on. And that statement was that your disease is not your problem, your habit is. I went on further to say that if you wanted to become bitter at something, that what you should become bitter at is the habit forming disease, or the habit that formed the disease in the first place. Well, today I want to continue talking about that. I just want to elaborate some more on that, and I wanted to entitle this particular little talk, I want to entitle it, "If you can become bitter enough, you can become better." If you are bitter enough, you can become better. And in most cases, it's not okay to be bitter, because when you become bitter, you are giving a chance, you are giving away to negative emotion. But this is one time when it is okay to be bitter. And I want to say to you that if you can become bitter enough with the disease, with the habit, that formed your disease, you can become better. If you can become bitter enough with the disease, with the habit that formed the disease that you have, you can become better. A lot of persons have habit, and a lot of persons have become so bitter with the disease that they have. They have become so bitter with the fact that they can't eat what they used to eat. They can't go where they used to go. They can't they can't do things that they used to do. And so they have become very bitter with themselves. They have become very bitter with persons around them. I know persons who have become bitter with persons who are even providing health care for them, and so they will lash at persons. I've been to the hospitals, and I've seen patients being bitter with nurses. I've seen persons who are bedridden being bitter. I've seen persons with cancer who have become bitter. I've seen persons who have become unbearable to be around because of how bitter they are. Well, I want to say to you that if you are bitter about your disease, then I want you to channel that. I want you to fuel that into the habit that formed your disease. And if you can become bitter enough, then you can become better. Because if you are bitter enough with the habit that formed your disease, then, my friend, you can do something about it. When you become bitter with your disease, it's not helping you. When you become bitter with the persons who are loving you and caring for you, it's not helping you. When you become bitter with your children and bitter with your spouse, then you become unbearable to live with, and that, my friend, does not help you. What I want you to do is I want you to channel that bitterness into the habit that formed the disease. And once you channel that bitterness into the habit that formed that disease, then I want you to become bitter enough to change that habit. And so I want to encourage you to use that bitterness to challenge you to go even beyond the 14 days of following this Raw Amazing Lifestyle Challenge. When I found out that my habit was what contributed to where I was health-wise, it was why I was able to eat raw food or live food for 1 year. That was the motivating force. That was the motivating factor. When I realized that my habit was what had caused me to be in that state, my friend, it was more than enough motivation for me to do what I was doing. And so I want to challenge you today, on the second day of this Raw Amazing Lifestyle Diet, to develop, if you don't have it, to develop a bitterness for the habit that formed your disease. I'm talking about the habit of eating all that sugar. I'm talking about the habit of not getting enough rest. I'm talking about the habit of smoking. I'm talking about the habit of eating all of those junk food. I'm talking about the habit that produce all of that excess weight that you have. I want you to become bitter with that habit. And once you become bitter with that habit, then what you are going to do is that you are going to cause that habit to become your enemy. And what you are going to do is that you are going to cause that bitterness to force you to become better. And so I believe that out of this 14-day challenge, I believe that there are persons who have cancer who are going to be better because they are going to be bitter enough. I believe that out of this 14-day challenge, that there are persons who are obese and mildly obese or overweight. I believe that there are persons who are morbidly obese who are going to become bitter with their habit, and as a result are going to become better. And so I'm listening out for those testimonies. And so if you know anyone who have not started this 14-day challenge, it may not be too late. I want to encourage you to direct them to our website at hallelujahlifestyle.com. They can go to our store page and they can purchase their Raw Amazing Lifestyle Diet recipe. It's there on the page. They can download it. I've made it super affordable so that you can follow us in preparing the meals that you need to prepare for each day. All right, so I want to thank you, and continue to share your experiences, continue to share your testimonies, continue to share what this diet has been doing for you. All right, we want to continue to hear from you, and please remember to like this video if you like it, or make a comment, and please share this video with somebody else who needs to hear it. If you can become bitter enough, my friend, you can become better.